Welcome back to the archive. If you haven't seen the first episode, aka May 2008, go check it out now for an intro to this series. Anyway, the first video of the month shows off the next chapter in our blue carpet search.
If we don't follow what we want, we'll just...
We have been to 10 places. And we've brought home I've had to even put deposits on some of the samples.
That's not even an exaggeration. They really had been to at least 10 carpet places all over Sydney and still couldn't find the carpet they wanted. Is this finally the end of the search?
How do you feel?
That's one of the most plush pile carpets you can get.
No, it is nice. This is the quality we want, I know, but the colour's not the right one for us.
Yeah, it's just the colours are so important because once it's laid, that's it, you're finished.
Yeah.
Looks like the search continues, but trying to be nice, my mum makes an offer to the carpet guy.
Yeah, it is too dark. We're not going to waste your time anymore. I'm sorry you've had to come.
No, that's fine.
Would you like a drink or something before you go?
I'm cool, thanks.
Piece of
really.
cake or something?
Offering a piece of cake to the guy is quite ironic, considering how trying to find the right carpet to match my parents' requirement is quite the opposite to a piece of cake. Anyway, later that day my grandparents come over for lunch and the first word to come out of my nana's mouth is...
Obi!
Yeah, she really loved having Obi the dog over for lunch with us, but since he was at the studio, we had to wait an hour for him to actually come and visit us. So in the meantime, we came inside to discuss the wonderful place my dad obtained Jasmine's first stroller from.
I've got to show you the strollers that have been found on a heap.
Yeah, let's just say that my dad generally got heaps of stuff from heaps.
It's got all the straps and stuff that fit through as a harness, but I'm not using it as a harness at the moment. I'm using it as a bed. Eventually, you can use it as a stroller later, because it goes like that. But I've just been having it out in the sun to kill any germs and stuff.
Don't worry, Jasmine doesn't just have one stroller from a heap. She's also got a second one from another heap.
Oh, see that? Pink one, bright pink. Yeah. But that one is older, you can tell, because...
Yeah, but still, there's nothing wrong with it.
No, there's nothing wrong. It's in perfect working condition.
Anyway, after having lunch, our favourite dog came to visit.
Are you a bad dog?
Give me a smile! Come on! Give me a big kiss!
Just in case, for any reason, you need to find out any extra
Oh, so my nana says the E word too. I've been wondering where my dad got from. Obi always got a load of meat from us, but his owners had him on a diet at home, and they kept telling us that no matter what diet he was on, he just never seemed to lose weight. So I guess this just goes to prove that you can't have a cheat day when you're on a diet. Anyway, later when my mum shows my grandpa all the carpet she rejected, Obi shows us why carpet places don't like it when you take home their samples. Look at Obi, look what he's doing. Yeah, let's just say those carpets didn't smell new anymore, so we had to send Obi back home.
But you see, the funny thing about carpet is, he's there. It looks different in
boy.
Obi.
For a moment there I thought my nana was telling me that I wasn't actually a boy, but she was just referring to the dog.
Mittens and socks.
Anyway, the rest of this video is just my mum showing my nana Jasmine's baby clothes, so let's move on to the next video.
This is the teddy that Mum got for Jasmine.
Yeah, the word got is used a lot, because a lot of these things didn't actually come from the shop.
Mum, where'd you get it?
I don't think you want to know. Found while I was delivering pamphlets, and I put it in the washing machine and dryer.
I don't really think babies understand and worry about where their toys come from, but I'm imagining the current 9-year-old Jasmine in 2019 being annoyed about so many of her baby belongings coming from dumps and council cleanups. In the next video, I show off more toys we got for Jasmine, either as hand-me-downs from family or friends, or off yet another heap, and as you can see, there sure are a heap of them.
Blue teddy bear. Got this lion for her, this koala bear. Weird looking Santa.
Yeah, I literally tried to name and explain each toy. Anyway, moving along through the month now, I discuss how I removed Windows 7 Build 7000 from my multi-boot setup with Vista, and the next day I mentioned how I'd like to multi-boot Vista with OS X Leopard. However, I never ended up doing this since it was a little too hard for me and I ended up getting a real Mac, but before we get to that, my grandparents come over for another visit while I'm alone, so while waiting for my parents to come home, I ask them questions about school, back in their day.
Grandpa, what did you used to do at school?
We did science, mathematics 1, mathematics 2, geography, history, music, metalwork, woodwork, tech drawing.
Which one was your favourite subject?
I like metalwork and woodwork actually.
Next up, Grandpa asks me some questions.
Do you do maths 1 and 2?
No, we don't anymore. We do math standard, which is the lowest, math intermediate, then math advanced, which is for all those, really smart Asian people and stuff who are always top of the class.
Wow, smart Asians always at the top of the math class. Now that's what you call a racist compliment. And according to Urban Dictionary, racist compliments are actually a thing. And on the topic of non-perfect speech, it appears that my grandpa has started using swear words in normal conversation.
And the first thing I seen when I got back in the car to go home, I thought, shit, I've seen it.
I know it's as
Her
cheap
battery
as
when it's topping up.
Already?
Shit.
I'm not sure why he suddenly started speaking like that, but next up we have Obi join us.
You need a bath. Hello, Obo. What is your name?
Now that's a weird phrase. He practically just said his name, then asked for his name in the same sentence.
Oh, you love that, don't you?
Once again, Obi's diet goes out the window here, and he gets a bunch of barbecued meat.
God, you're a hungry gut.
What? He's cleaned it up already, man.
Already finished.
And obviously we couldn't give Obi lunch without some dessert. Obi, do you like cake?
He's a gentle boy. That's an unusual tasting piece of meat.
Next up, my nana explains why she likes to keep things, while my grandpa always wants to throw stuff away.
And I got that, very breaking my teeth every day. Throw away. And first I want to put in a garage, but if I did, it will be throw away. So I put in a lounge. And been there for all of those times. My coming handy and did.
Basically, my nana wants to hold on to everything in case it's needed one day. But wait until episode 13 when we visit Nana's house and you'll see the negative effects of this hoarder attitude. By the way, both my parents have never had drugs or alcohol in their lives due to being heavily against these things. And on their wedding day, they had apple juice served rather than wine. My mum had recently been wearing a shirt a friend gave her, and when she realised what the shirt is advertising, she gets a huge shock.
Betty Ford Clinic, Christ, what's
No,
that?
somebody gave me this top. I don't know what a Betty Ford clinic is.
Do you know what Betty Ford Clinic is?
What, weight? Something to do with
No.
weight?
Drug and alcohol.
Drug and alcohol.
Promise
Alcoholics.
I said that
Yup, she was so embarrassed and ashamed to even be wearing that shirt that she ripped it off right in front of everybody before even making it halfway down the hallway.
Yeah, well, I'm not where it's going. It's out.
It's alright to wander around.
No, it's not. I don't want to be
I want people
associated
to
with
know that
that.
you're a recovering alcoholic.
No. No.
Yeah, my grandpa found the whole situation hilarious. Anyway, moving on in the archive, I show off the nappies, or diapers as you call them in America, that my little sister will be wearing when she's born. I also quickly show off the white carpet in my room before it's finally replaced with blue carpet the next day. And while we're here, let's find out if my parents are actually happy with it.
I'm round with a little brush. I've just done a section. I brushed it all up and put it in.
Okay.
Fantastic it looks.
Well, after going to countless carpet shops over the last few weeks, you'd obviously want nothing less than perfect. Anyway, skimming along here, I managed to get my iPod Touch 2nd generation jailbroken again, but this time with an untethered jailbreak, so I don't have the issues I had last month. In the video after that, I discussed my idea to get the cheapest $1,600 MacBook for half price, due to the fact that the Australian government offered to give back 50% of the price you paid, as long as it's for educational school. So with $520 saved up, I continued talking about the MacBook for days, until I got a $300 loan off my parents so that I'd have enough to buy the MacBook before the half-price government deal was over. So obviously now I'm about to show off the unboxing of the 13-inch MacBook White, which evandarkfire seems to be unusually excited about, leaving comments about waiting years for this moment. So Evan, I'm going to show off this video now, and it's going to be very boring. So don't say I didn't warn you.
Oh, okay, it's recording, sorry. Okay, Today I bought the laptop.
See, even the start is cringy.
It's Apple's cheapest laptop. And they gave us a free case for the laptop. Here's the actual sort of package for it. There's a side bit. And there's the back of it. Okay, so we're going to open it now. Okay, that's the laptop there. Have a little look at the stuff. These are the instructions. So we've got to
Smells nice and new.
Congratulations, you and your MacBook we made for each other. Oh, were made for each other. No, it said this one, remember? Yeah, it pulled into it. I didn't even plug it in. Can I just show you? I'll tell you what happened. I was plugging it in and it just sort of pulled itself in magnetically. Okay, now we've got to turn on the MacBook.
Do we?
Yep. Ready? So the first thing, it just starts up first.
Smells pretty nice.
That's the mouse where you move it around.
You mean you just use your finger?
Yeah, you use your finger, it's starting up. It says it in all different languages, so doesn't that look cool? Okay, and now it's all just setting up for the stuff. Where will you primarily use this computer? Creating your account. Okay. I want to find like system preferences.
Overall, you'll notice this video was recorded very poorly and you can't see the screen for most of it. Well, not until the very end of the video.
You can't really see the Mac very well from where you are.
If only I'd moved the MacBook close to the webcam from the start, but yeah, that's really all there is to this video. This is what evandarkfire has spent years of his life waiting to see, so hopefully he's not too disappointed. Anyway, skipping some videos here, I talk about iPhone OS 3 and later my excitement to quit my job at McDonald's. But for now, let's move on to the next video when my Nana and Grandpa come over again, but upon arrival, my Nana really seems to be in a bad mood.
You know what you done last time? You cut half my head.
I cut half.
This half, look.
I don't remember
You've
doing
been talking too much.
There you go, all
You
right.
got nothing in the wood.
I didn't. I have lime juice.
Nothing.
I'll put more.
Gee, she really is being quite critical, but once she sees Obi, her attitude completely changes.
Look at you.
Hey, you are. Here, look. Bobby.
You look handsome.
And once again, Obi's diet is thrown out the window.
God, that's a good one. That's a diet one.
No, that's right.
Well, let's just hope that Obi's owners don't watch this video. We'll skip the next video as it's just me talking about my iPod, so instead, let's move on to Jasmine's 19-week ultrasound that my dad filmed at the hospital.
Baby shoulder. Ball there. Legs up over the head.
That looks like the most uncomfortable position in existence, and Jasmine's got to stay in there for 121 more days while getting even bigger. What a complete nightmare.
She's opening her mouth and closing it constantly.
The mouth moving is probably Jasmine yelling, "Let me out, it's so uncomfortable in here." Anyway, the next video was filmed with a school camera as part of an information and software technology assignment where we had to make an ad about a phone we designed, and overall the ad completely sucked as we filmed it in the school library and we weren't really allowed to make any sound. For example, in this scene, we pretend to be fighting over the non-existent music playing on the computer.
Why they would you listen to that music? That's I don't know. Because it's good. This is bad. This is not like it. Oh, this is bad. Man, I love rock.
Wow, this ad just didn't work out. But I must say, the specifications we made up for the fake phone in 2009 surprisingly seem similar to common smartphones in 2019. For example, a 12 megapixel camera is found on the Galaxy S10 Plus and iPhone XS, while back in early 2009, the iPhone 3G only had a 2 megapixel camera. Then you've got touchscreen, voice recognition such as Google Assistant and Siri, which didn't exist back then, fingerprint unlock, multi-core processor, 128 gigs of space which the S10 has, and screen resolutions higher than 1080p. Honestly, the only thing we don't have on this list in 2019 is stretchable screens, where your phone screen screen is able to be stretched from say 3 inches big to 12 inches depending on what you need at the time. Foldable screen phones and OLED screens are the closest we are to stretchable screen technology as of 2019. Anyway, in the next video, I discuss how bad that phone ad turned out.
I'm struggling to make it good. It's supposed to be 30 seconds. It was 3 minutes, but I've shortened it to 1 minute, which has made it look really crappy. There's all these things, everything that could have went wrong, and Werner had shaky hands when he was filming us.
Yeah, that phone ad just couldn't be saved. I ended up making another ad entirely myself during the school holidays. The last video of the month is just me talking about an update to an app called Pocket God, so we'll just finish this episode off here and I'll see you guys in the next episode featuring April 2009, the episode where I turn 15 and Grandpa takes me to the Easter show. I'll see you then.